All right, I think we live. I think we live. What up? What up? What up? I'll let a few people come in here real quick. Let a few folks jump in here, man. While y'all jumping in here, man, hit that comment section. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Shout out to everybody coming through late, late, late. Let them notifications ring off before we get this giveaway cracking, man. I apologize to everybody that I had to jump off earlier, but I had to take care of some. I had to take care of some things, man. I had to you know what I'm saying, family things come up, man. I had to jump up and you know what I'm saying, we had to make it do what it do. So I apologize for jumping off earlier, but I still wanted to do this giveaway tonight. I was like, bump it since got back to the crib, everything got situated. I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and still do this giveaway tonight, man. So I know the notifications is, you know what I'm saying, still going out here and everything. So give it a few minutes, let the notifications ring off in people's email and everything like that, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all subscribe if y'all ain't already subscribed yet. Make sure y'all hit that like button though, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all comment. Make sure y'all hit this comment section so I can see that everybody's coming in here. Slowly but surely. Shout out to Jeezy23. What up, Jeezy? Shout out to E Money. Appreciate you coming through, E Money. Uh Rec is in the building, man. Ari's in the building. Mr. Laced Up's in the building. Appreciate y'all coming through, man. As y'all can see, I got the lucky wheel here that I got off of Google. And I got everybody's name in there, man. Everybody's name is on here that participated in the giveaway in the Coffee with the Foe hashtag Coffee with the Foe giveaway. Um, I think it's like 10 people, if I'm not mistaken. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 people. So the 13 contestants for the giveaway is the Connect 860, V's Kicks, which is on Instagram is V underscore low. We got Jamie Loves underscore sneakers. Shout out to Jamie. We got Caddy, Cadillac Jackson. We got Q the Queen. We got BX, which is BX underscore raised, 2 underscores. And then we got Mr. Laced Up, 3 P's with an underscore at the end. And then we got Irie underscore. I don't ever know how to say her name. It's Irie underscore Lee, ARIE underscore LEI. And then we got the Who Has the Heat. Make sure that you guys subscribe to Who Has the Heat on Instagram, and then make sure you guys check out 313 Retro Queen's YouTube channel for the sneaker battles that go down every Saturday night at 7:30 on her channel. It's the Who Has the Heat battles. And so I think that's E Money. Matter of fact, that's E Money that's participating in the battle. I mean in the giveaway. And then we got Coffee with the Foe, obviously. Uh, we got Soul underscore Reaper 23. Um, we got Rec, and then we got Made by Kicks with a Z at the end. So that's all 13 contestants. We're gonna get it popping here in a second. Yo,
Yo,
what up, bro? You on your way to the crib?
yes sir. On my way to the
Yeah.
crib as we speak, on the highway.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, I'm about to do this giveaway. Cause I had to run out. Man, I had to run out to the take my wife to the emergency. Cause the baby done scratched her eye, so I had to take her to, we had to go to the emergency. Luckily it wasn't nobody at the emergency, so it was an in and out situation.
Oh damn.
Yeah, the baby scratched her eye, so I had to take her, you know what I'm saying? We had to go to emergency real quick because the baby scratched her in her eye.
Okay.
But like I said, everything was cool though because it wasn't nobody at the emergency at all, so it was in and out. That was pretty cool. What you say? You breaking up?
I'm breaking up.
Yeah, you was breaking up. You good now though?
Okay.
Yeah. So how long is it gonna take you to get home?
I should be home in about like 10, 15 minutes.
You want to jump on when you get to the crib if everything copacetic?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
All right.
All right, all right, y'all. Right. Um, let's see here. Uh, let's go ahead and get into it, man. I'm gonna go ahead and see how this works. So we got everybody on the wheel here. I'm gonna go ahead and click it, and we'll see who the winner is. Is it V? Is it Jamie? Okay. Shout out to Jamie loves underscore sneakers, man. Jamie loves underscore sneakers. That is the winner. Y'all see what it is, man. Where Jamie at? I know she in here. I believe she is. I believe Jamie was here. Jamie, if you still here, man, hit the comment section. Shout out to Jamie though. Shout out to Jamie. I'm gonna give her about 10 seconds. If Jamie ain't here in 10 seconds, I'm gonna go ahead and ring it off again, y'all. I'm gonna keep it real. Jamie ain't here? All right. Shout out to Jamie though. She's still gonna get a shirt. Uh let's see what's popping. Let's see what's popping. Is that E Money? Hey, shout out to E Money, man. Shout out to E Money. Congratulations to E Money. Shout out to E Money, man. Shout out to E Money. Y'all see what it is, man. Hey, E Money, you shouldn't even be able to win, bro. You shouldn't be able to win. Man, shout out to E Money, man. Shout out to Jamie and shout out to E Money. Uh E Money, get with me in the DM so I can get your size. Get with me in the DM so I can get your size and we can get that shirt out to you. And then I'm gonna get with Jamie. I'm gonna get with Jamie also as well, so she can get her shirt also as well, man. And that's the giveaway, man. That's the giveaway. That's the giveaway, man. Appreciate everybody. You know what I'm saying? Doing the sneaker with the hashtag sneaker with the foe giveaway. It was something real random. It was organic. We were doing a recap, and I think it was Soul Reaper. Soul Reaper gave it originally sneaker with the foe, the new name coffee with the foe, man, and everybody just died with it, and we kept on going with it, and sneaker with the foe changed his name to coffee with the foe. That's his actual new Instagram name on Instagram. It's not sneaker with the foe no more. It's coffee with the foe. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? He took the name and he ran with it, whatever. And it fits him. It's funny, like that whole movie. It was funny as ever. It was real funny, man. So anybody want to come through on the open discussion real quick while I'm still in here? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I might actually do one more giveaway, man. I think I might actually ring it off and do it one more time. Um, Shout out to Jamie and shout out to E Money. I think I might actually do one more, man. I think I might actually do one more. So if y'all got any questions, if y'all got anything, any topics y'all want to talk about while we in here right now, you know what I'm saying, a few minutes or whatever like that, let's go ahead and get into it. Put the link into the you know what I'm saying, in the comment section for anybody want to come through. Come through for a second, come through for a minute. Um, you know what I'm saying? We can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. I think I might actually do one more giveaway. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm feeling good. I think I might do one more giveaway. I really was only going to do one person, but I didn't end up doing two people. I might actually do one more person, man. So what y'all want to talk about, man. Let me know what's good, man. Once again, I apologize about what I'm saying, having to cut the show early tonight. You know what I'm saying? The show was going really good, very good topics. Having a good time talking about we was talking about the Fire Red Fives at the time. Um, what I'm saying, and talking to GQ, who actually is going to battle against Cove Master this weekend, and who has the Heat sneaker battle this weekend, which is the last battle of the first of round one. So most definitely, tomorrow is the face off. Make sure that you guys tune in to 313 Retro Queen's YouTube channel to check out the face off, which will be tomorrow at 7:30 on her YouTube channel. And then on Saturday, Cove Master 559 versus Rain Man GQ. You will actually battle Saturday night at 7:30 on 313 Retro Queen's YouTube channel. So the face off is Thursday on her channel at 7:30, and then the actual battle is 7:30 on Saturday. And directly right after the battle, as y'all know, we get it in with the official recap of the battle. So you guys can right after the battle on 313 Retro Queen's channel, come right back over here or come right over here directly after the battle, and we're gonna have the official recap of the sneaker battle where we talk to both contestants, what I'm saying, and see how they feel about the battle, who won, um, and we just get a feel for both of them, see how they feeling after the battle's over with and whatnot. So most definitely we will be doing that. But let me turn my computer. Okay, Hopper be here in a minute. He gonna come through. You know what I'm saying? We'll chop it up for a couple minutes, and then, like I said, I think towards the end here, I'm gonna spin the wheel one more time, and we're gonna do another giveaway. Spin it one more time, man. Hop, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thought
Okay.
you were done for the night, man. Wifey, all right?
Yeah. She good. She good. We just,
Okay,
man. Luckily,
good.
the emergency room was dead empty, and we
Yeah,
went up in there. They looked at her for about 30 minutes, and then gave her some medication gave her some eye drop medication. You know what I'm saying, and then you know, they let me bring her back home, so everything was cool.
cool.
Yeah, so she ain't got to work tomorrow, but um, she just got to take the medication for about 3 days, and they said she'll be all right. So
Gotcha.
yeah,
Congrats to the winners tonight.
yeah, man. We got Jamie loves underscore sneakers, and we got E Money. E Money won. Both of them won. I think I might do another one. You know what I'm saying? As a third one for the night. I really was only gonna do one, but you know how I do, man. I end up calling one. And I'd be like, you know what? I feel like Oprah tonight.
I'm gonna say you feeling generous.
I feel like Oprah tonight. You know what I'm saying? No, I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody. Coming through tonight and everybody that even participated because even doing that giveaway, like it was mad organic. You know what I'm saying? From when we was doing the recap last weekend. I think Soul Reaper had gave Sneaker with the Foe his new name, Coffee with the Foe. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
that joker was talking about that coffee. Like, boy, he was uh, a mixologist. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
exactly. He was like, I do this. I do this.
For real,
He was like,
for
I do
real.
this. I just ain't like him talking about my Starbucks, but it was all good though. I was like, you gonna have to chill out talking about my Starbucks now. He had me rolling though, man.
Yeah, he was like Starbucks. He was like Starbucks ain't. He was like that's UA coffee.
Yeah. He was like, it's you. I was like, for real, bro. That's what we doing. I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
go and let you go.
for real. Yeah, he had to get him out of there.
Yeah, straight up, man. That was real. But I hated to cut it off early tonight, man. But obviously I got to do what I got to do.
I was
But
gonna say, yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, bro.
yeah,
I
I gotta do
mean,
what I gotta do. But them fives though, man. Well, I had to walk away in the middle of us talking about the fives though.
hmm
But them fives, I know you were saying how you don't feel like the 3M ain't hitting like the, you know what I'm saying, like
no.
the
It's not that it would. Hold on. I give me 1 second. Hold on.
okay. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I appreciate everybody coming through on a late night. You know what I'm saying? After I had to cut it off earlier today. I knew it wasn't gonna be that many people come through tonight since it's already mad late. But man, I appreciate, what I'm saying, a few people that did come through tonight or that's here right now. So make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Shout out to E Money for winning the giveaway, and shout out to Jamie Loves _ Sneakers for winning the giveaway. And stay tuned because I'm going to spin the wheel again before me and Hop get off here tonight. I'm gonna spin the wheel again, man, and do a third and final giveaway. So stay tuned, man. If y'all ain't win already, you know what I'm saying, stay tuned because you might actually win the third one. Shout out to IBA, shout out to Q the Queen, shout out to Caddy. You got him, Hop? What's that? Okay,
All right. So
hold on.
this is the when it's come out, the 2000 pair. This is the 2000 pair. And I don't
Yeah.
know if you can see like the texture on that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see the texture on that. And this was pretty close to the OGs. Now, with these, like the texture is more smoother. If you can kind of
Yeah.
see the difference. Whereas this one right here would chip away.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one, that the OG, they flake off though. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think this one would do like that because it doesn't have that same texture. It still got that glow now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still got that glow.
So do you think with the new school, you think it's a spray on?
It possibly could be. It
Like the
it
like the 3M is a sprayed
it
on 3M.
it does look more of like a sprayed on
Mm,
material versus if you can see how it's got those ridges in there.
that's the actual 3M material compared to the new generation is like they sprayed it on a material and then
Hmm.
they sold it or cut and sold it. I got you.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And see,
But
that's
I think they did the same thing in 2013 though.
the ones that I had in two. Well, I take that back. I had the ones that came out before then, the black metallics. So it was like 2006, 2007.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, it does. IBA almost look like a foam material. It's a
Mhm.
lot more smoother. It's a lot more smoother, and they
Mhm.
did that with the 2016s too. Um,
Matter of fact,
the what you call it?
give me 2 seconds because I got 'em. I actually got the 13s right here. Hold on.
Okay. Oh yeah, IBA. I think that link is in the chat, man. If you want to hop up in here, if you scroll up, it should be in there. If you ain't doing nothing, but yeah, this is like the 2000 model. You can see you got the cracks, got the Nike Air on the back, the oxidation. I kept these intact pretty much. I thought about getting them soul swap, but I think I'm just gonna leave them like it is.
All right. So yeah, the 13. This look just like your new pair to me.
Put it on the camera. Let me see what you're talking about. See, to me, that kind of looks more like this one.
Yeah, but yeah, this one ain't flaking though.
Yeah, well, this one you got real. This one 20 years old almost.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
I don't never think this one make me feel like this one ain't never gonna flake though.
Hmm.
But I see what you saying though. You are right about that though.
Yeah. See, like, look at this one. You can see it up
Yeah,
close.
it looks different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a totally different material.
Yeah. Exactly. Like you were saying,
That-
it almost look like it's kind of sprayed on almost.
yeah,
Where
because
the
it's
other
shiny.
one,
It's a shiny like this is straight dull. Like you got to hit it with the flashlight
yeah, that's
on
how
your
this one is.
camera.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
because you see how with this one is that when that light hits it, see how they got that shine going around that jump man. With this
Mm-hmm.
one, it ain't really got that shine. Yep.
Yeah. Y'all ain't gonna see it from the camera or whatever, but
Yeah, you probably had to take a picture
yeah,
and
yeah.
put it up there. Look at E Money Hop, don't mess around. Now these just old. I had to keep these. You see the cracks in them. I thought I had. You see, you got a picture.
Nah, man, my battery too low. I ain't messing with it.
Dang.
My phone was like, nope. But then see, I brought these to see too.
Which ones are those? Those.
I
Oh,
got one
okay.
of these yet, but the Pro Stars,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, or the Space Jams, what are they? The Space Jams
Hmm.
and the Pro Stars they call this, but this one, the even with the three of them, like this one look a little bit. The three of them on the Pro Stars seem like if it's flicking a little bit more. Like it got like obviously it got the like the black it got the splatter on it, the speckles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the Pro
yeah,
Stars with
yeah.
this one. But the 3M though, you can tell like the 3M want to shine right now just under my you know what I'm saying my own light in the kitchen right now. Yeah,
Yeah. Can you see that?
yeah, yep.
This one right here. Where's my one finger at? This one right here is the black metallics. This is
There's the old one. Yeah, yep.
that's the old. That's the new one. Yeah. But check this out real quick. A lot of people used to be tripping on that old jump man. Can you see that old jump man like he got a booty crack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how they used to
That's
come.
how they used to be. That's how they used to be. He
That's
had
how
that
they
big,
used to
had
be.
that booty crack right there. Cause I had a guy one time. He was like, "Man, that that Jordan sign look funny on them shoes, man." I was like, "Man, Jordan used to have that booty crack right there, man."
That's how it used to be back in the
Yeah,
day.
yeah. A lot of people don't know that.
That's how it used to be back in the day.
Yep, they changed the jump man around a couple of times.
Yeah, this one looked different, man. Like with these, and I don't know if it's because of the spec like the black because of the speckle, but the 3M is like it looked like so the 2013 Fire Reds, I don't feel like that's gonna flake. But this
Mhm.
one,
But that one looks like it does.
I feel
Does it look
like
like it's
this
got like
one.
ridges in it? Does it look like it have ridges going through it?
Yeah,
Yeah. See.
it looked like the 3M is metallic. You know what I'm saying? Like the spec, like the metallic in it is what's gonna flake off.
Right. Yep, that's how them older ones was, especially
Mm.
like down there where the shoestrings is kind of like rubbing together.
Yeah, I was
Like right there.
yep.
Yep, that's where it's gonna flake off at.
That's what I was thinking too,
Yep, that's where it's gonna flake off at. Kind
man.
of think I might need to shrink wrap these things. Keep this from.
Hmm. Yeah, yep. Because that's about
Oh yeah,
that's
it's
about to
talking.
be out of there. Yeah, that's about to be out of there. Dog, man, I need to wear these, man. I ain't worn these yet. Hey, this material. The leather on these is
Pretty good.
yeah, man.
I can't believe you
I don't know
gave
if
up
you can
them.
see.
What made you
It's
give up
tumble
them?
all through here.
Oh, the tumble leather.
Yeah, yeah. Like you can tell like, as it ages, like you know what I'm saying. You know how leather is after it
Hmm.
ages. You know what I'm saying. It starts to give you that old lady skin.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like that's what it's doing. Like right around there. You can't believe what them Travises.
No, what
What?
made you give up them Fresh Princes, bruh?
Oh man, the because
The grapes.
I didn't like the uh they didn't do the lace holes in them, man. I ain't like that, and
Oh,
I wasn't finna give them to nobody to do all, or I wasn't finna try it myself. I just gave up on them, man.
Oh, it wasn't that hard to put the holes in them.
Yeah, I know. That's what everybody was saying, but I wasn't finna try that, and then I'd be the first one to mess up.
Yeah, I had a partner, man. I got a guy down here, man, that he like restores my shoes. Hold on, I'll show you some things real quick. Hold on.
Okay. Man, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all coming through on this late night, man. Once again, I apologize for earlier. I had to jump off, but you know what I'm saying? Family comes first. I had to handle some business. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is what it is. I appreciate everybody coming back through tonight, though. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man, for sure. Shout out to my panel members, IBA, Q the Queen, Caddy. Caddy said,
IBA was in the chat.
yeah,
I
he
don't
in the
know.
chat.
So I had a guy. These are my 99 fours.
Okay.
And the guy who did my holes, he redid these for me. I don't know if you can see that line work. He sole swapped them for me.
Yeah.
And he hand stitched those. He hand stitched that right there.
Mm.
That's hand stitched.
So he just didn't glue. Yeah.
So
he
you know
just
how
didn't
some
glue.
people. Yeah, so you know how some people when they do a sole swap, you won't get that stitching right there.
Yeah.
It'll be blank, but that's stitched.
Mm-hmm.
And he hand stitched that. And like I said, you can see the line where he even put that vintage off-white kind of like look to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are my 99s.
Yeah, he did a good job.
Yeah,
That looks real good.
Yeah, and that was his first sole swap.
Oh, for real?
Still got still got the Nike in there, so you could see how the tongue's kind of chipping away.
Yeah. What forest did that come off of? The new
Dub
one?
Zero came off no, it came off a Dub Zero.
For real?
The midsole. Yeah, he used the sole now. He still got the original sole. But
Okay.
the midsole is a Dub Zero sole.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a Dub Zero sole.
Yeah,
And
he killed that for his first time. Jesus.
and these are my
Oh,
he punched the holes in these too.
okay.
This is my favorite 5 right here. The greats.
Yeah.
I had to get these.
Man, I might have to buy those back and send them to
Bruh.
you.
Look at that leather, man. The
Yeah.
leather is amazing on these. It's like soft and plush.
That's
Bruh.
what I'm saying, man. Like that's why I'm sitting here. I'm like, dog, folks, damn near. I think folks are sleeping on these, dog, because the leather on these ain't bad. Like I've been, like these been sitting in, what I'm saying, in a drop front since I bought them, and obviously I ain't never worn it yet. It's just been sitting, but I'm like, maybe
Yeah,
because it's been sitting for a minute, that leather done, what I'm saying, and turned into old lady a little bit, and this looking good. I said I was gonna wear these this year though, because they
yeah,
showed.
you need to put them on your feet at least one time.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like I was saying earlier, I got that got that Jumpman ball stick mentality after he told me about that. Wear them one time, so you know what I'm saying, your soles and everything stay straight.
Yeah, you got to. I'll show you one more thing that my guy did for me. He repainted these for me too.
Oh man,
Look at that line
I think
work,
you
bro.
showed me that. Yeah, you showed me those already. Yeah,
Yeah, look at that line work, bro.
this is the same dude.
He's the same dude.
Yeah, he nice with it.
He do all my stuff, bro.
Yeah, he nice with it.
He do all my stuff. Yeah.
I know y'all was talking about how the leather on these is stiff. I didn't really think the leather on these was that stiff, man. I'm just now starting to get a crease across the toe right here, but you can barely see it. But I'm just now starting to get a crease right here going across the toe. But these is this is what I was talking about with the yellow, and like you can't even
Yeah.
really tell. You can't even tell that it's yellow, and like on camera right now, you can't tell, but it's off white. It's off white.
This is piss yellow.
Yeah, and see on camera right now, it don't really look piss yellow. You know
Oh
what I'm
no,
saying?
this look, yeah, it's yellow. It ain't yellow, it's yeller.
Yellow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's yeller.
Now my bottoms though. Your bottoms look like this. I know your bottoms gotta look worse than this.
Oh yeah, mine's way worse.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. That's for real yellow. Like
Mhm.
mine's is just trying to do it now, but
Yeah, nah, yeah, I could tell. I could tell around yours. Um, you can see where it's coming around in spots and stuff.
and see it actually looked better on camera. It looked better on camera than what actually looking at it in like right in real life, which is weird. But
Yeah, that it's probably that lighting.
yeah, because I'm like it looked way worse than that on in real life than what it's showing on camera.
I just picked these up. Just got these in today.
Is them what did you take pictures in?
I took pictures of these, the black ones. These Bo Jacksons.
Yeah, yeah, that was it. Yeah,
Yeah,
them
but
pictures you
these
took in those was fire.
it's the OG colorway right here.
Yeah,
I appreciate it, man. I've been trying to work on my photography. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you killed those pictures. I was like, look at her.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying, man. I've been going back buying older stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Instead of getting some of this newer stuff, I just been going back getting some older stuff. I've been trying to find some stuff I had back in the day, like these right here.
you took pictures in those too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, them
Yeah,
Billy Hoyle.
yeah, for real.
Hey,
The Billy
nah,
Hoyle.
nah, Splash. I had to dip out and take the wife to the emergency real quick. So this a brand new live. This ain't the same one, man.
Slash think we still go.
Yeah, I think we still going since earlier when we went up at 7:30 or whatever.
Yeah,
Like nah, this a whole new one. Yeah, nah, she good. The baby poked her in the eye and scratched her eye. I had to take her to the emergency real quick. Luckily, it wasn't nobody at the emergency. It was literally nobody, and so it was an in and out situation. So it was cool.
yeah.
They
They
just
ain't they ain't letting too many people in them emergency rooms right now.
well, they wouldn't even. Well, all we could do is just um let her sign in, and then after we signed her in, they was like, yeah, y'all gotta go wait outside.
Oh
So
wow,
yeah, they ain't letting nobody in.
dang, that's crazy.
It was cool though, cause what I'm saying, I had the baby and my son anyway, so I wasn't finna keep them in there in no way. So
Yeah. So let me ask you something. You've been. I kind of wanted to wait on Caddy because I know Caddy may have wanted to talk about it, but what you've been checking out that Last Dance?
oh yeah, I done the only one I gotta watch now is 8. Yeah, I gotta
Oh,
watch 8.
you've been going ahead on stuff, huh?
Yeah.
See, I'll be honest with you. I got episodes. I got episodes 4 through 8, but I
hmm
was like, me and the family, we've been all watching it together because
Yeah.
I got a younger son that plays ball, and my
hmm
oldest son, he don't live with us. He's got his own crib, so he
hmm
been coming over watching it with us. And I was like, I'm gonna wait till we all get together and watch it because
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my son. These young players today, man, they don't know how it used to be back in the day. So, you know,
Man, I did a post, not to cut you off, Hop. I did a post earlier. Somebody sent it to me on Facebook, and then I reposted on Facebook. Cause back in the day they used to actually scrap. They used to fight.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
people,
if you wouldn't bleed, you wouldn't get a foul call unless you bleed.
yeah, exactly. Like they don't even still grasp it. Even watching The Last Dance, like The Last Dance is like that's rated P. That's rated PG. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Compared to what it really used to go down in the '80s and all that. Like especially in the '80s, like it was still some scrapping in the '60s and '70s with it. But the
Oh
'80s, the
yeah.
'80s is the height of like fights, like real fights. You know what I'm saying? And people, may be cool with each other nowadays, but we talking Last Dance '80s and '90s, or especially in the '80s, like yo, once the ball was tossed up, well, nobody friends no more. You know what I'm saying? Now, when the game was over with, they may
Yeah,
come to each
exactly.
other's lockers room and
Exactly.
be like, "Yo, what we eating tonight?" Blah blah blah, whatever. But when that ball was tossed up, and if you did something crazy in the game, and that could have been your best friend, you was knuckling up. It was no debate, and don't let one of
Hmm.
your teammates geek you up like, "Oh no, you ain't gonna take that." You fighting. You know what I'm
For
saying? So
real.
it was a video clip of like a
So
whole bunch
so
of
it
different fights, and I had posted it, and I was like, man,
yeah,
they ain't
yeah.
doing that these days. They ain't doing it.
Mm-mm. No, it's a and they was doing the interview with Draymond. I don't know if you watch All the Smoke with
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
um
watched
hey, did you see the Draymond interview?
it. I ain't watched that one yet.
See, Draymond was talking about how physical they was back in the day. And he was like, it would be hard to play back then. But on the same
Mm.
note, the um the NBA is so more fast paced now. It was like, would they be able to keep up now? Because if you look at them games back then, they were scoring 70, 80, maybe 90 points a game. Now
Yeah,
they
but yeah,
scoring 70 points in halftime.
but the game was totally. I think it still would be the same though. It's just that the game is just different because back then, what people got to realize is that it wasn't guard first. It was big man first, and
Hmm.
everything was inside out. It was
Yeah,
inside out. It wasn't. I mean, if you think about it, if all the guards that played back then in the 80s and 90s and stuff like that played now, they would average 10 more points than what they averaged in their career because they would be more the game would be more catered to them. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. If Jordan averaged 37, he would average 47 right now.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, especially with them calling as many fouls as they do now, and them not letting them play as much as they did back in the day. Yeah, he would be
Mhm,
going to the foul line a whole lot more.
a
And
whole lot.
they didn't shoot threes back then like they do now. You may have had a couple of shooters on the team, but see now
Mhm,
everybody's shooting, and it's like
mhm.
um I Splash said they weren't as athletic back in the day.
That's what he
Uh,
said. He said that on Facebook. But so you got to remember, Splash is like 12 years old. Like,
I wouldn't say that they wasn't as athletic. Um, because I think athletics as a whole back then, that it was a lot of pretty athletic people, man. Because
yeah.
I don't know if you remember, they had baseball, football players, and track stars in a dunk contest. I don't know if
Mhm.
you remember the Foot Locker Slam Fest, and they was dunking. You know what I mean? It wasn't like they were just barely getting over the rim. I'm talking about they taking it between the legs. You know what I mean? You had what was that dude's name? It was some track star. I think he was a track star. He jumped from the free throw line,
I
dunking.
forgot. I know who you talking about. I forgot who it was.
Yeah,
Uh,
he legit dunked from the free throw line.
yeah. Splash
You,
talking about he would be filing out a whole lot more too. He said that on Facebook too. I forgot who he said. Ain't nobody like I know you ain't talking about Jordan filing out. That most definitely would not be happening.
no,
Uh, uh, I mean, and you can't talk about like
Mike
people
Conley. That's
being
right, Rice Coat. Rice Coat said Mike Conley. That's who it was. My
yeah.
bad rep. My bad rep.
No, no, no. I'm saying there's more athletes today than there was back then. I disagree. Like it's it's just a different time. Like it still was a gang of athletic people back then. From you talking about what was my name? What was my man name that played for the Knicks that won the dunk contest? Light skinned dude with the high top.
Kenny,
Um,
Kenny,
Kenny Walker.
Kenny Skywalker.
Skywalker.
Kenny
Yeah, Kenny
Skywalker.
Skywalker. You got Kenny
Yeah.
Skywalker. You got Kenny Skywalker, Dominique, Jordan. You got Dr. J. You got I mean the list goes on from so many people that was, just because you saw Jordan jump from the free throw line, don't I mean there was other people that was almost jumping from the free throw line also as well. It just so happened that it was Jordan that was just like, oh my God. You know, it was plenty of people that was,
Hey,
that
Splash said was Larry athletic and Magic athletic. Just because they didn't look athletic, that don't mean they wasn't athletic.
Yeah, and I was telling them that early on Facebook
Yeah,
too. Like people be like, "Oh man, Larry Bird was not athletic."
man, Larry will
Y-
bust your tail.
Just because he didn't look athletic on camera Look at watching the game. If you really play ball and you've been to different levels about you know what I'm saying playing ball, you know it's a difference from watching the game on camera, even watching it in the audience, to being on the court. Larry Bird, just because he didn't look athletic, don't mean that he wasn't athletic. You can't call him not athletic when the man was I mean, he was grabbing mad rebounds for the team. He was scoring mad points, and on the
and
defensive
passing.
side, yes,
Yeah.
yes. I mean, he might not have been you know what I'm saying very fast laterally. You know what I'm saying like up and down the court, but I mean, like reaction time. His reaction time was crazy.
Bruh, that Joker, man, I remember I saw a video on YouTube
Sean Kemp,
where
yeah,
he uh he played the whole game shooting left-handed.
yeah, yep,
The whole game shooting left-handed. That was
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
I mean,
Larry,
don't get me wrong, Splash. The game now is full of hybrids. You know what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? You got big
hmm
men that want to shoot. They don't want to be big men.
yeah.
They don't want to be big men.
Because there's no there because the game has when the game implemented no hand checking and zone defense, they literally were suffocating the big man because that's now bringing the big man out of the paint. And what you bringing the big man out of the paint is basically you're saying we don't need you no more. Your services are now over.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it basically ended with Shaq. To be honest with you, it really like Shaq is like the last. I mean, he's the most dominant big man, but there's other big men after him. Let's be honest. Like the game was taken away from Dwight Howard. Like Dwight
Yeah.
Howard was the next, and then it started to dissolve away. Like Dwight
That's
Howard's
what I was
early
gonna say.
years,
He was supposed to be the next true big man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dwight
Yeah.
Howard early years, he was a monster in Orlando. He was a monster, but that was still during the era of still the big man. It was dissolving, but it was still the era.
Hmm.
Once it started getting dominant about big men, you know what I'm saying, playing the power forward and more Kevin Garnett style, you know what I'm saying, big men, that took away from the low post big man. There's no such thing as a low post big man no more.
No.
There's
No.
no such thing.
Yeah. I agree with that. Now, E Money asked a question earlier. He was like, "So is LeBron in the same sentence as Jordan?"
Nah, he's not in the same sentence as Jordan because first of all, they're totally two different players. Even though LeBron takes a lot of Jordan's game, and he first of all he wears his number. I don't care about him trying to say, "Oh, I wanted to be like Iverson." Nigga, you wear Jordan's number. You have self-proclaimed yourself as the chosen one. Like you, everything you do has been, I want to be like Mike. But your
Oh,
game is catered more to Magic.
Splash, you need to stop, bro. I know you a Lakers fan, bro, but when Kobe and Shaq got together, they couldn't even get out the West, bro. So you need to stop. Come on,
Who beat
bro.
the Bulls? Oh my God, no!
Come
There's
on,
never
man. No.
you can't even nowhere near think that when the Bulls 1 through 4 was all defense. Let alone we ain't even talking about offense. We only have to talk about the offense for the Bulls. 1 through 4 from Ron Harper was all defense.
Hmm.
Jordan all defense.
Yeah.
Pippen all defense. Rod
Rodman.
Rodman, come on, man.
Defense and frustrate your big man.
Yeah. And then you can throw in any center that you want to from Bill
Yeah.
Wennington or you can throw in whoever you want to. And then half the time they wasn't even like let's keep it real. Half the time they wasn't even playing with a big man. They was playing small ball with Rodman at center.
Hmm.
I'm not saying like oh they invented the small ball whatever like that. But Rodman was playing center.
Yeah, he would 9 times out of 10 be guarding a big man.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He would be guarding a big man or their best power forward. I mean, if you go back and look what he did to Karl Malone in the
Mhm.
finals, man, and Sean Kemp,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? He was doing his thing. Uh, But me personally, when it comes to the LeBron and Jordan argument, it's you really. I used to be one of the ones that used to be like, man, ain't nobody touching Jordan.
Hmm.
But I've come to the realization that Jordan was great in his time. Kobe was great in his time.
Hmm.
LeBron is great in his time. With LeBron, when it comes to LeBron, I feel like if you put Jordan's mind in LeBron's athletic body, man, that would be the ultimate ball player. Because I think Jordan was like, look, you either gonna sink or swim with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to get on board. And I think LeBron is more of the type to where it's like, come on, let's go, guys. You know what I mean? Jordan,
That's more of the era that we live in nowadays. So that caters more to LeBron, where it's like, because you got to think about it like this. Once again, though, everybody has to think outside of just between the lines, because these kids, because that's what they are. They still kids. They all grow up with each other playing AAU ball together. They be watching each other
yeah,
highlights. We didn't have, come on, like in the 90s, didn't nobody have none of that. And then also as well, like when you play for a team, you play for a team. It wasn't no, man, yo, you know what I'm saying? My deal is up, man. Yo, we should play together. Whatever like that. Like it was none of that. It was none of that. Even when it was the big three with the Celtics, that wasn't we should play together. That was Danny Ainge, like, I'm finna put y'all together. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like it
And,
was,
and they said they kind of said that with Rodman and the Bulls too, because Pippen didn't want Rodman on the Bulls. Pippen didn't want him on the Bulls. He had to make him go. He was like, "Yo, you got to apologize." Rodman wanted to come play with the Bulls,
yeah.
um, but it wasn't like Jordan went out. He didn't go out recruiting him. But
No, that was Kraus. That was management, like, yo, like, because even the owner was like, I really don't want dude. But Kraus was like, man, I'm telling you, Jordan, they can, with the maturity that they got or whatever, like they can, what I'm saying, keep him, what I'm saying, keep him between the lines or whatever like that. And he was like, yo, if you think it's cool, whatever, man, let's just do it.
yeah,
But it
the
was it was it was management.
one of the good things that I do like about this is that it's showing Jordan saying that he needed players to help him out. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's kind of showing Jordan's vulnerability. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Caddy, Caddy, hold on now. That do rag looking a little tight there, buddy. That do
Listen,
rag,
I
Silky,
gotta leave it tight.
silky,
it's a little puffy up there at the top, brother.
Listen, I can't take this off, man.
silky, silky.
Can't take this off.
Oh,
Listen, if I run a comb through this, I might have to braid it. Nah,
oh man, what's going on with you, brother?
chilling. Just got in the crib.
Oh, okay. Everything all right?
Uh,
Yeah, had to run out to the in-laws. But everything is
Oh,
good.
okay, cool,
okay.
good. Yeah, we Q the Queen said, "I'm glad Caddy here. I ain't got nothing to say else." I mean, people are gonna say who they think is the GOAT of all time. I mean, me personally, like I said, I don't. I'm getting to the point now. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big Michael Jordan fan. I
Wait,
love
wait,
Jordan. You know what
wait,
I'm saying?
wait, wait, wait. We having that discussion?
Well, this is what I'm
Yeah,
gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say.
yeah, that's right.
Oh,
He money brought it up about LeBron and Jordan. So I'm to the point now to where it's like, oh, he got his Stephen A. Jackson. He got his Stephen A. Jackson on. Me to me, like I said, there's different eras, there's different styles of ball. Each person is great in their own right.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? They play different positions. Um, and I just think that each player is great in their own right. Jordan, this is what I say. Everybody had to have somebody else on their team to help them out.
Yeah.
Whether you say, well, such and such didn't have a team, he didn't have any teammates, but there was somebody on that team that helped him get through to get them championships or whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
people are saying that LeBron stats are better than Jordan stats. I mean, LeBron didn't go to college. He came into the league 3 years before Jordan was able to get to the league.
People love to keep that out though, but yeah,
Right.
you're right.
And so his stats are gonna be better in the long run, to be honest with you. LeBron, I will say this, LeBron is probably the most athletic ball player I've ever seen.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. How he stays in shape, the money that he puts into his body, he's the most athletic ball player. And then people will bring up that Jordan got swept the first round of the playoffs. That's true. That is true. You know what I'm saying? The thing with Jordan, you saw him go to different levels. You know what I'm saying? He needed help, and he says he needed help.
But it's not like people talk about oh, Jordan got swept. Well, LeBron got swept too. So did Kobe. Like it's people like
Yeah.
it's you know what I'm saying? You just can't be, you just can't be on one but not be on the other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he got swept. He got swept at a young age. LeBron got swept too at a young age also as well. Like it's people, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to go through growing pains, to be a real superstar, to stand out from the other. You gotta go through you can't be you get into the playoffs but you have this most electrifying young athletic team, and people automatically think, oh yeah, they gonna kill this old team, but this old team done been to the playoffs and won championships, and they straight veterans, and they know the little ins and outs that they can do that can take them, what I'm saying, to the next level, that you just don't know yet, that you just ain't learned yet, because you thinking you just gonna win off your athletic talent because these old dudes ain't gonna be able to hang with you. And then all of a sudden it get down to them last 2 minutes, and you like, ah, damn, they whooping our ass, they beating our ass. This ain't, because no, they know they know how to with the offhand. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Keep you on their hip, like you ain't going nowhere, little fella. You ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like you got to go through those growing pains. LeBron went through it.
Yeah.
LeBron,
Everybody goes through it. Yeah.
everybody through every era. I mean, what Kobe was shooting air balls, and he talked
Yeah.
about it.
That's
Yeah.
facts.
Yeah. Me and Caddy was talking about this the other day because I didn't realize that Shaq had went to the Lakers and he went 96, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
believe it was 96, 97.
Yeah. And when
yeah.
did Kobe come to the Lakers?
Kobe came in
90, 96.
96, 97.
Yeah. They didn't instantly gel together.
No,
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying, they couldn't even make it out of the West.
yeah, that's a
You
fact.
know what I'm saying? So, you have to go through it to get to it. You know what I'm saying? So,
They was putting the ball in Kobe's hand, and he was shooting air balls. He was young. He was just like, yo, like I'm jacking.
yeah, he was like, bump that.
Yeah.
All right, Caddy, what you got to say?
All right. So let me break this down for people that may not understand this. When it comes to Michael, when it comes to LeBron, when it even comes to Kobe, it's very hard to go into that GOAT category because they all played in different eras. And you can point out flaws in each one's game. Everybody goes, oh, LeBron went 3-6 in the NBA Finals. Jordan never lost. Never lost. And I'm like, okay, fine. Jordan never lost. Michael Jordan came in the league in 1984. Magic Johnson came in the league 1979. Larry came in 1978. So now you have these two players that came in the league before Jordan did, a good 5 years earlier. And
Yep.
when Jordan finally made it to the NBA Finals, Magic had been in the league 12 years and was 6 months away, 5 months away from retiring
Yeah,
because of
but
the HIV virus.
I was gonna say that I think that's the only reason why he retired. I think he
That
was
was the
trying to do it
only
more.
reason.
That was the only reason, but he had already been in the league 12 years. Larry already had a bad back, and he was another 2 years away from leaving the league.
But why did he have a bad back though?
Because Detroit beat him up.
Because the 80s, everybody was whooping ass.
Yes,
That's why everybody was
that is
whooping
very
ass.
that is very true. But the thing about it was Michael, if you look at the things that led to Jordan getting the championship, the fact that it took Pippen, Horace Grant, Bill Cartwright, John Paxson, whoever you want to put on that team, Michael getting his ass whooped by the Pistons, Michael gaining 15 pounds of muscle, Magic getting old, Isaiah getting old, Larry getting old, for them to finally make it to the mountaintop. You can point that out about Michael's game. You can point that out about Kobe's game. You can be like, yo, Kobe had Shaq.
But that's also because of the era, though. Not to cut you off, Caddy, because if we and that's the point that you're making. If we talking the '80s, that was Magic and Bird's era, and and Jordan even points that out. He was in the documentary. He's like, yo, this is the '90s, this the '90s, this the '90s. It's a new sheriff in town. This is the '90s. He'd be like, yo, he ain't lying.
Yeah, because by the time he hits the '90s and he hits his peak, there is nobody in the league that's touching him.
Clyde Drexler was not nowhere close.
Nobody.
As a matter of fact, Clyde Drexler's on a decline and always has been because of Michael Jordan. Since draft day, matter of fact.
Give me 1 second.
Okay. Literally from draft day.
I saw a little stat the other day where it's like Jordan has put out more 60-win teams in the playoffs than anybody else has.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
But then they also say, oh, Jordan didn't play which Splash tries to put that too. Oh, he never played nobody in the finals. You 12 years old. You 12 that makes you look 12 years old again, because you can't talk about the Charles Barkley Phoenix Suns like they was trash. You can't talk about the Gary Payton, saying Sean Kemp Supersonics like they was trash. You can't talk about the Blazers like they was trash.
Bro, he's saying the finals, but he don't realize the Detroit Pistons that he had to beat before the finals, the New York Knicks that he had to beat before the finals, the Indiana Pacers that he had to beat before the finals. Those were some raw teams.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Those were some raw teams.
The East was more dominant in that era than what the West is. Because the West is what it is now. Whatever, it flip flop. Because all the dominant big men, all the superstars when it came to big men were all in the East. You had the small ballers in the West. So once again, we're talking about an era where it's big man dominant, inside out, and then the league changed when the rules changed, and that's when big men started dwindling.
Wait,
you know what I'm saying?
Hold on, E-Money. LeBron, it's not LeBron's fault for super teams. You don't remember that Lakers team had Kobe, Shaq, Karl Malone, and Gary Payton? You don't remember that Boston team had Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and Kevin Garnett?
We can even go further than that. I mean, there's always been a super team, so that's not
that Lakers team had freaking 5 Hall of Famers on it, or 4 Hall of Famers,
and then they drafted Magic, and then they drafted Magic. And then they drafted Magic. Like, it's just like,
oh, I think you're talking about later on, ain't it, Caddy?
But that's a perfect example though.
Yeah,
the Lakers. You talk about the Pistons. Pistons went and got Mark Aguirre. Mark Aguirre was an all-star in friggin' Dallas. And they gave up Adrian Dantley for Mark
they gave up Adrian Dantley just because it was chemistry, like, because he just wanted the ball that much. It was like, yo, like, you can easily be that's the only situation where it's like, yo, you can be replaced. Like, you know how we talk about Krause and how Krause ain't shit and all that stuff like that or whatever? Like, that's like one exception right there where it's just like, yo, like, Adrian Dantley, bro, like, you can be replaced. And he was the top scorer in the league. Adrian Dantley was a top scorer in the league, and was like, bro, you can be replaced because we are more defense dominant over here.
It's like, it's not good chemistry. We gotta get you out of here.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But yeah, I mean myself, I'm enjoying this documentary, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's like I said, don't get me wrong. I'm a true uh, diehard Jordan fan, but I'm liking that he's saying that, hey, I needed these people to win. I needed Rodman to step up when Pippen was out. You know what I'm saying? And then he's tripping on Rodman. Rodman asking for um, a vacation. And Jordan, like, if anybody need a vacation, I need a vacation. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? So it's kind of tripping me out.
Splash said, name one shooting guard that can truly compete with Mike. There wasn't.
There
There
wasn't one.
wasn't one. Clyde Drexler was the poor man's Michael Jordan. He couldn't
But
fuck
he's
with Mike.
but that his point is he's trying to say like, oh, there was there's nobody that he played against in the finals, that was worthy enough, like, like every basically he's trying to say like everybody that he played in the finals was trash for him
I
to get
wouldn't
six
say
finals.
I wouldn't say everybody he played in the finals was trash, but you had nobody that could score at a clip like Mike. Like if you look at when the Lakers played Detroit, nobody could score like Kobe and Shaq, but nobody was sticking defense like Detroit.
Not just finals, period. But that's what I'm saying. But you can't take away from the man that he is because nobody was fucking with him.
Yeah, just because he dominated his position. You know what I'm saying? Just
that's
like
that's
And,
that,
and see,
that's just like saying like who's fucking with Shaq.
yeah, but that's another part to it. Nobody is fucking with him. You see
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So it's just like, and that's why I said different eras, different generations, different players. Like you had LeBron come into the league in 03. And at one point you could like, where was there a point where you could say, ain't nobody fucking with LeBron? Kobe was still around.
hmm
And then when you was like, oh, finally, ain't nobody fucking with LeBron, here come KD.
See, Splash is saying he's had an easy compared to LeBron. So he's not listening to what we're saying because you saying just in the finals, but like I said, you're not thinking about those Detroit Pistons that he had to go through, Indiana Pacers, and the Knicks. Tell him about the Knicks, Caddy.
And
How the Knicks
listen,
there
took
was
him to seven
nothing. There was
games.
nothing. There was
hold
nothing.
on.
There was
That was
nothing given to Jordan. That's crazy.
that's the thing. He might have had it easy against a player in his position, but against a team, they didn't see it as, hey, listen, if we can't shut Mike down, we just gonna let him score 40, and we gotta shut the other players down. It was we trying to hurt Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Detroit was like, put him on his ass.
yeah.
Yes.
New York was like, put him on his ass.
But see, it was Boston. It put him on his ass. It was New York, put him on his ass. It was Detroit, put him on his ass. It was every team. It was like once one team did it, it was like, oh, that's how you beat him.
But see, that was the thing. When he went against Boston, it was just better players. It was just Mike by himself.
Yeah.
That's it.
And it was like, yeah, score 63. The rest of your teammates ain't gonna do shit.
So it's the same thing with LeBron. It was the same thing with LeBron, where it was just LeBron, and then you had decent role players, decent. You know what I'm saying? But LeBron, it wasn't like, oh yeah, LeBron got a D Wade with him, so it's like, if one don't get off, the other one gonna get off. So it's really hard to figure out, like who gonna be on tonight because you don't know. And you know what I'm saying? If one ain't good, then the other ones they're gonna defer to the other one. No, it was just LeBron. So if you can take LeBron out of this game, it was the Boston Celtics all over again. That's what it was. Like that's
Yeah, and you got to remember when LeBron. Let's look at what was that 2018 when LeBron got to the NBA Finals and the team was a 4th seed. They had no business being there.
nah.
They had no business being there. Like you brought a JV team to the NBA Finals at 33 years old.
Like him even beating Toronto that year, which didn't it go the distance with Toronto? Didn't he go the distance with Toronto? And beat him at the end?
I believe he did go 7 games with Toronto, 1 series, and I think the next year he went 6.
Yeah. Because I know he beat him on a last second shot or something like that or whatever, but he had no business even being like going the distance. But it was off intimidation. LeBron off intimidation, and it was in the cards, but it was a lie where he shouldn't have been there at all.
Yeah, with Mike, it was different because Mike really didn't have it. Just like LeBron, he didn't have anybody, and then you had
LeBron. At least LeBron had decent role players. Like nobody knew who Jordan. Like who played with him. Like nobody knew who Paxson was. First of all, like I didn't even know Paxson won that one game. I was like, he was even on the team then. I don't even remember.
I knew about that.
I didn't remember that. I didn't remember that game. I was like, I didn't even remember he even hit that shot. I don't even remember that game.
What, the Laker game?
No. I'm talking.
No. He's talking about when Jordan got hurt and Paxson hit
John Paxson hit that game winner. Yeah.
I was like, wait, what? So
they wouldn't put Jordan in. They couldn't put Jordan in.
You can't name nobody else that was on that team.
Oakley, that's it. Charles Oakley, that's it.
Orlando Woolridge.
You never see Orlando Woolridge. You never see him in nothing during that era.
Because nobody remembers him on that team. Everybody remembers him as a Laker.
Yeah. Nobody even remembers or even knows that Iceman was on that team his rookie year.
That's true.
Yeah, I sure didn't.
Yeah, you can go look it up.
Gervin was on his way out.
Yeah, he was on his way out, but he was on that team.
Was he one of the ones doing lines in the hotel room?
yeah, because he was on his way out. They don't call me the Iceman for nothing, baby.
Like, come on, young blood.
Oh man,
I'm trying to tell you.
But
go ahead,
yeah, man. I was gonna say, man, I still got some of them old Indiana games on VCR tape, on the videotape. You know what I'm saying? I need a VCR to watch them old games, but man, them used to be some battles right there, bro. Them used to be some battles. And then when the Knicks took him to 7 games, them was some battles too, man.
Listen, being from New York used to be crazy when there would be Bulls games on TV. Because like in my neighborhood, we had back then we had private cable, and we used to get Chicago channels. So we would
WGN.
We would get WGN. So the game would come on. You had some Bulls games that came on at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and then there was some on the weekend it would come on at 8:30. 7:30 or 8:30. And I used to sit there and watch all them games. Johnny Red Kerr calling the games. Oh my goodness. Like it was dope growing up in that era because like you got to see, like we literally got to see Michael become Michael.
Yeah.
We got to see Michael become Michael. We got to see Scottie Pippen be like, Scottie Pippen was so underrated. When you go back and you really look at it and you think about all Scottie did, Scottie was so underrated.
Bruh, other than scoring, he led the team in almost everything else.
Everything. And you don't even think about Pippen being a real defensive player because that was just the era. Like everybody was on their D-up game, but he literally from 1 through 4 could hold anybody.
Bro, he was the one that they put on Magic Johnson to stop Magic, or to at least contain him in the finals that year. Because he was a bigger body, he could bump with him.
Because remember, at first they didn't have Pippen on him, and then Phil was like, Phil gave him that assignment, and then it was lockdown city. It was over with.
Yeah,
whole full court.
Yeah,
because nobody would never hold Magic full court.
Okay, I got a good question for y'all. Because me and Hop was discussing this the other day. LeBron James is LeBron James, and we know the coaches that he's had. If you take a coach like Phil Jackson,
Scotty, Carey, Mike. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
If you take a coach like Phil Jackson and put LeBron under his wing, does he win a championship?
Bro, I feel like if Pop and LeBron would have got together.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
I came front, man. I wanted LeBron when LeBron before he went to the Lakers. I wanted him to go play with Pop so bad.
Yep.
I was like, bruh,
And
come on,
they
man.
was talking about it because LeBron knows he gets the best out of him when he's with. I mean, that's what any superstar. Like, you know what I'm saying? When if he would have got with Pops, if he gets with an elite coach,
Mm-hmm.
like the next best thing to a Phil Jackson in the league is Coach Pop.
Yeah, I would have loved to seen that combination, man. I would have loved to seen that combination with Pop, and even though we would have been in San Antonio, but I would just have loved to seen that combination. And if Phil and LeBron would have got together, if Phil would have got LeBron in that triangle, like they really broke that triangle down in that documentary. You know what I mean? I was kind of confused about the triangle, to be honest with you.
They've never showed it like that before, ever.
Yeah, and it looked like it was so simple. And then, but see, LeBron can pass. So, you know what I mean? He's a good passing big man, and he loves to pass. So, man, I think, man, bro, you put LeBron in that triangle offense with Phil, and you just get some role players that is willing to play. Oh, man.
But I think what you would need, see, the thing that makes the triangle offense go is that you need one, a scorer, and then you need a sound passer. Now, if the Cleveland would have gotten Paul George like they wanted to a couple years back, and let's say you take Phil and use Paul George and LeBron to run that triangle offense with shooters, and you don't need Kyrie. If you got PG on the team, you don't need Kyrie.
Right.
Because either LeBron can bring the ball up or PG can bring the ball up.
It's still equivalent to basically a Jordan and Pippen all over again.
It's equivalent to Jordan and Pippen. And the scary part about it is now you can switch it where you can put Paul on the block or you can put LeBron on the block.
Yeah.
That would have been so scary. So scary.
But see, they break it down in the documentary so much about how the triangle offense was, you know what I'm saying, is when it's perfected, how there is no standing still. There's so much is so crazy how much there's so much movement off the ball.
Yeah.
Off the ball to where it's all you hit the pass, you gone. You hit a position, you hit another position, you hit another position, all of a sudden you get the ball again, let it fly. Like it's
Go ahead, Rick.
No, that's all I was going to say.
No, I was going to say, if you watch the documentary, it was crazy how they ran the triangle offense and you saw the cutting from the overhead cam, and then the ball swung around to the right side and you saw the same shit. And but it was just so fluid. They already knew where to go. Like they already had a chemistry. They already knew where to go. It's like, cut this man off here, let him come around this screen. Ball comes down to the post. You got the guy on the baseline, one on the wing. Swing the ball back up to the guy on the baseline. Swing the ball back up to the guy on the wing. Guy from the other side comes around, gets the screen, and I'm like, bro, they got it down to a T. And
but you know why? Go ahead. My bad, Caddy. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and even if it doesn't work out the way it works out, the end result is ball's in Michael Jordan's hand.
Yep.
Yep.
And the only reason why the triangle offense does not work anymore is because they changed the rules. That's it, because they changed the rules when they took out hand checking and they implemented zone defense for these young players, for these young boys, and there was no more man to man. That's why the triangle offense don't work no more, because now it's zone defense.
Yeah, and that's another thing. You got to remember, defensive players used to have strong hands where they could keep their hand on your hip, and you go to try to turn that corner, and they could just push you off where you couldn't turn that corner.
Yeah.
So it was just like Gary Payton was good for that. MJ was good for that. He even showed you in some of his videos. Like if you went to the Jordan camp, he showed you how to do that. And he showed you how to get around that. There was the move where he showed you, he was like, listen, you take a player's arm, and like when they go to swipe the ball and you lock their arm in under your elbow, and you can turn them anywhere you want to turn them. And I was like, damn.
But that's why Jordan was so much of a killer in the mid range, and then also as well, like if you tried to hand check him, he would break your arm. If you tried to hand check him, and he would break your arm, and then he would take two hard dribbles and pull up on the elbow, bang every time. It was padding. It was every time. Like he would back you down, or he would put you in a triple threat. He would take two hard dribbles off the triple threat after he broke your arm, and then it was splash every time. And he would keep doing it every time. And he would tell you, I'm finna go to the right and do it again. I'm finna go to the right and do it again. It was.
And there was, you got to remember with certain players, another thing that comes into play is muscle memory.
Yeah.
Michael had that fadeaway down packed to the point it was almost an unstoppable shot for him.
Yeah, but the crazy thing about it is he didn't implement the fadeaway to the last three-peat.
Yeah.
The first three-peat, he really wasn't doing that fadeaway. He was just straight going up over him, dunking over him.
It was just like quick movement, crossover to the lane, jump up, hit another level when the body contact come in, dunk it on somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
He played smarter once he retired and came back like, okay, I need to work on this jump shot. I need to start knocking this down.
And he was killing with that fadeaway.
Because remember, before Michael was like a 28% 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
And then when he came back the second time around, he was knocking threes down. He was knocking mid-range jumpers down. He was damn near unguardable. He was damn near.
Q, let me tell you somebody who was a nasty mid-range, who had a nasty mid-range to me was Tayshaun Prince on that Detroit team. But we can go back talking about Jordan.
You know who had the craziest mid-range? Nobody talks about it, and y'all gonna say I'm biased, but it was Glenn Big Dog Robinson.
Yeah, Big Dog had a pretty good mid-range.
It was ridiculous, and I watched it because I watched it every day. His mid-range was ridiculous. That's where he got all his money at.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a mid-range game no more. Like if you got a mid-range game right now, it's like only the like the analysts or like the media talks about it really or whatever like that. But it's not
the rare art of the mid-range
game.
It's
the lost art to me. It's the lost art of the mid-range.
They don't talk about it no more. It's like the mid-range is losing its lifeline, like the big man, like being a dominant big man, a low post big man.
Just like the bank shot. Timmy had the nastiest bank shot in the league.
Nobody messed with it but him.
Yeah.
But the mid-range got lost because they looked at it like it's a low percentage 2-point shot. So the closer you get to the rim, you get a high percentage 2-point shot, or you shoot the three. If I'm going to take a mid-range 2, I might as well take a 3. That's the way they started looking at it.
Yeah. Kawhi got a nasty mid-range game too.
DeRozan, that's where he gets all his money at.
DeRozan is like the king of mid-range right now.
Yeah. DeRozan he's the king of it. You're right about that. That's where he gets all his money at. If he's not going to the rack, going to the free throw line, everything is elbow extended. Everything. Kawhi too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I love Kawhi's mid-range game, but he got old crazy looking shot. It's a line drive, but it's effective.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like nowadays, everything got to be cute. But you got the Kawhis and the DeRozan. It's like, but that, you know what I'm saying? It may not be cute, but it's hella efficient. You know, whatever. But everybody wants to be cute. Everybody wants to be the the Russell Westbrooks. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, or it's flashy, but you know what I'm saying? You still going hard. Cause that's what's in.
Yeah.
E-Money said, what about Melo? Melo's mid-game was nasty, but Melo was more of bully ball.
Yeah.
Melo had a nice mid-range game, but when he got you on that post, it was just
he got that park ball in him.
It was like, good night.
Yeah, he got that park ball in him. He got that B more park ball in him. Like that.
Mhm.
And don't let him miss that. And don't let him miss the first one. His first step, like off the ball, like if he misses a shot, like he's so quick to get that offensive rebound. It's crazy. Like you don't see too many. Like LeBron got it too, but I don't. You don't see too many people like that when it comes to Melo. Like he can get up. He can miss a bunny and get up real fast to go get that offensive rebound and tip it back in.
He got that good bounce back. That's
Yeah,
like Zion. Zion kind of like that, you know.
yeah,
He's pretty quick to get back up there and get the rebound
that's a fact.
if he misses something too.
That's a fact.
Devon, hold on. David just said LeBron had a mid-range game. LeBron had somewhat of a mid-range game in his earlier years.
Hmm.
But the thing about his jump shot is a lot of times he was always fading away on it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for no reason.
Yeah, for no reason. It was a high percentage. LeBron had that TV jump shot that it was kids you would practice. Like when
Mhm.
you see Vince Carter shoot. Vince Carter always, when he was on the Nets and he was on Phoenix, he always shot them either leaning in jump shots or the fading away jump shot. There don't have to be nobody on him, and that leg was coming out fading away. And you be like,
Yeah.
I can do that outside, and you go outside and do it. Like, and that was
Mhm.
a jump shot, and it wasn't a high percentage shot for him. It wasn't a good shot for him. It wasn't until he got to Miami and he started to slow his game down. He started developing a little bit better 3-point shot and
But
mid-range shot.
you know when he went to Miami, who he got with is because he kept this dude around with him. It was what's his name, James Jones.
Yeah, champ.
Yeah, he kept that boy with him. Like
Yeah,
it's just like and you can see that with a lot of different teams, even for like for example, like I watched the Bucks, obviously, like even with Giannis, like they used to have KG come around. KG was mentoring them for a couple years and stuff like that or whatever. Sudden they all of a sudden they get Cal Culver on the team. Now he's shooting threes. Like all of a sudden now he's it's like when you get 3-point specialist shooter, when you get those shooters on your and they on the team with you, they're gonna be like, yo, let me show you something. Because remember, LeBron used to go work out with Akeem for years. And
Yep.
that's how he got his post up game. And so it's just like throughout your career, you start implementing different things. Every star has if you want to stay in the league, you transition your game throughout history. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like even with big men, like Brooke Lopez used to be nothing but a down low player. Now he's shooting threes from the outside.
Ain't it, man?
was a big man for the New Jersey Nets and Brooklyn Nets that couldn't even grab 10 boards.
Yep.
Would grab like 4 boards a game.
Now he's like second. Now he's like second and third, like in the league for like block shots and all type. Like he's you know what I'm saying, and he jacks the most threes in the league now.
Yo, they mad disrespectful in the chat. Hold on. So I guess they talk about
Kobe used
LeBron
to work
not
out with
having
a kid too.
they talk about LeBron not having a mid range now, and it's like he doesn't need it now.
He don't.
He don't need it now. There's no reason for him to have a mid range game. But
And it ain't no such thing as the mid range game. Like it's not cool. It's not cool. Like once he started being able to hit the three from the outside, it's either I'm going to the rack or I'm jacking the three. I'm in the post or I'm jacking the three. I'm not doing a mid
Yeah.
range. Like he's not doing it.
and he can now
LeBron.
get to the basket. He got so many different ways he can get to the basket, whether it's post up, whether it's dribbling, whether it's coming around screens and stuff like that. Like playing in Miami and playing in Cleveland, he started to realize I can get to the basket when I want to get to the basket. If I want to shoot the three, I can shoot the three. And then if I start knocking it down and you play up on me, I can drive by you because even though I'm 35, I'm still pretty quick.
Mhm.
Yeah, or either he's jacking it from the timeline.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, he is too big for a lot of people to handle. You know what I mean? He's just playing that bully ball, man. It is what it is.
Especially at his position. When they got him playing the point guard, come on, man. Like, who's guarding him at the point guard position? Like, let's be serious here. Like, nobody's even guarding him at the shooting at the small forward position.
Yeah.
You talking about you can put him in 3 positions where nobody's going to be able to check him.
Yeah.
And then if you even put him at power forward, there's not a lot of power forwards out there that can keep up with him.
But that's also the same thing that it used to be in the 80s when you was playing against the Lakers and they had Magic at the point. Like, there was no other point guards holding Magic like that. He would back them down all the way down the court.
Yep. Yeah, he's the first big guard.
He would literally be like this and be like
Yeah. Yeah.
While the point guard is like right here, you know what I'm saying, like trying to hold him. He's overseeing everything.
Over him. Yeah, he's looking over him. He's looking over him.
He said, explain the bad free throw shooting from LeBron. He's always been a career 73% free throw shooter. Ain't nothing changed. He's always been that way. LeBron's never been the type you're gonna be like, oh, it's automatic from the free throw line.
No, never.
So
you get what you get.
Yeah, Jordan stayed at the free throw line. So he had to make sure his free throws was on point. You know what I'm saying? That's where he actually hit a lot of his points. I mean, he would probably be shooting between 10, 15 free throws a night. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the same thing for Harden. That's how Harden be getting like 40 a night because he shoots like 25, 20 free throws a night. And he gonna miss what, 1? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's half his points at the free throw line.
Coach said JJ Barrera.
He's gonna start that Tony was talking about his channel, that bullshit. That one Dallas Mavericks series. And he's like, oh, but he's a GOAT though. I'm like, come on, man. You talking about one series.
Where is JJ Barrera at now?
I know he got hurt.
Yeah. He was still with the Mavericks for a minute, but I think he's out the game right now.
Yeah, he had a good series that series right there. I mean, he was playing pretty good.
Nah, the Vinces, you're right though. Like I always say that. Like LeBron is great all around player. Like that's a fact.
Yeah, ain't no doubt about that. Yeah. I mean, you can't deny what LeBron is. You know what I'm saying? You can't deny what LeBron is. He's one of the greats. You know what I mean? But you know, I don't think that you can just say one player is the GOAT. You know what I mean? I don't think you can say just one player is the greatest of all time because, like you said, each one had their flaws. All of them had to go through something. Ain't none of them perfect when it comes to in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
I could even say it like he's saying like his defense is suspect sometimes. Like, can you even think of a time where you could even say that about Jordan? Like his defense was suspect. Like I can't think of a time where it'd be like, oh yeah, his defense was suspect in that series, or his defense was suspect like half the season, or man, that one season that he played, yeah, his defense wasn't. But you got to think about the era though. Once again, like you still have to think about the era. Like you couldn't be slipping on your defense. Your offense had to be just as good as your defense was. If you want to be considered a great, or if you want to be considered a superstar.
Oh Lord, Splash talking about Jordan didn't have to guard nobody nice. I mean, he's not just winning defensive player of the year off guarding one person. It's his all around defense. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That is.
You know what I mean? You know, and how many other guards have you heard won defensive player of the year?
And MVP the same year, and All-Star MVP the same year, and a slam dunk contest the same year.
Yeah, the only gripe about that I would have is that they lost. But that's because Doug Collins had everything running through Michael.
That's it.
I will say that was probably one of Jordan's flaws.
He had no choice because who was he going to pass the ball to?
I
Scotty?
mean,
Oh,
and Scotty just got in the league that year though.
yeah.
Scotty got in the league, 87, 88.
Yeah, he just got in the league that year.
Scotty
So
was not dependable in '87 when his rookie year.
Who was the man on that team second behind Jordan? Was it Horace?
No,
Horace-
Horace wasn't there.
Horace came the same year Scotty did, right?
Yeah. They came together. They came together. Yeah.
I think Horace was supposed to be the second best scorer on that team. So
Yeah, and Jordan, see that was now I will say that's probably
Did
one.
they still have Oakley that year? Did they still have Oakley that year?
No, I think they traded him for
I thought
Cartwright.
they did have Oakley in 87, 88. They traded 88, 89.
They did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they had Oakley that year.
But they traded from Cartwright. That's when
Well, he was the second best player then because they said on the documentary that they traded their second best player to get Bill Cartwright.
They did. Yeah, he was.
You think about Charles Oakley's game, and you like,
and he was the second best player on the team.
Yeah.
And Charles Oakley was like the garbage man. He got you the rebounds. He was the enforcer. He had a mid-range jumper too.
Yeah. Oakley wasn't no slouch now.
No, he wasn't no slouch, but come on, he was Debo. He was Debo. That's what he was.
I'll tell you what, he slapped the piss out of Pippen.
Yeah. And that is why you make 7 years. That's why you get 7 years, 18 million. Because you let Charles Oakley slap you around like that, man.
He was like, that's what we do to little rookies. Dap. I was like, damn, nigga. Like the
and Scotty's just sitting there laughing like, stop it.
Yeah. But like I said, I will say that was probably one of Jordan's biggest downfalls is that he didn't trust his teammates. He had to learn to trust his teammates.
Who was he going to trust, Hop? Who was he going to trust?
I mean, but his players had to get better. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. He wasn't letting his players get an opportunity to get better. Like they said in that documentary, when they came and implemented that triangle offense, and Jordan said he didn't, you had a whole bunch of possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, Jordan said, I don't want the ball in Bill Cartwright's hands with 3 seconds left. That's why Jordan kept shooting it. You know what I'm saying? But in the end, Jordan said, look, I had to focus on making my teammates better. And once he started making his teammates better and he started trusting them, that's when they started really, really winning. Because just like they said, me and Katie was talking about this the other day when they were saying who was open in the finals. They were saying John Paxson was open. Okay, get him the ball. And John Paxson started hitting them shots. So Jordan started feeding him.
Yeah, but Paxson could hit. That's what I'm saying. They didn't have Paxson all the time, but he learned that Paxson, you know what I'm saying, that he could trust Paxson. Who else was he going to be able to trust? The Krause had to do his job where he had to learn. He was like, man, I got to put some people around him because the people that I got around him right now.
Yeah, that's what they had to do. Yeah.
Doodle mints.
Yeah.
Like they was foo for Nucci's.
Hey, that's why Jordan felt like he had to do it all himself, like they said earlier.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like he was like, yo, like
the first example was against your Bucks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like he used to come to Milwaukee. He used to come to Milwaukee and play in the Mecca. Nobody was a Bucks when he came. Nobody was a Bucks fan. He left. Everybody was a Bucks fan again. But when he was in Milwaukee, everybody was a Chicago Bulls fan.
It was like that when at the Bradley Center too.
Yeah.
Them games used to be. You would hear all them Bulls fans there.
Yeah. It wasn't like people was driving from Chicago to Milwaukee. Yeah. No. Including myself. We was
like Ricky Pierce. Yay.
But when Jordan left though, man, Ricky Pierce, you was killing the night, boy. You was killing the night. Jack Sigma, you was killing the night, Jack.
He's like, Alvin, great game, Alvin. Great game.
Great game, Alvin. Great game. Well, until we saw Shaq, we saw Shaq put that 2-piece on it. Then it was like, bruh.
Bro, I'll never forget that.
Paul Pressey.
I think Alvin was on Detroit by then.
Mm-hmm. He was on Detroit then.
Shaq face, and Shaq was like, "What?"
Hey, I don't know if it was Rice Goat on my Facebook earlier, but somebody had brought up the Kobe 2-piece. The Charlie Ward 2. I was like, hey, it's too early, bro. Why you do that? Why you do that?
Memories of Kobe Bryant. Long live Chris Childs, boy.
I was gonna say that was Chris Childs wasn't that shot him that 2-piece
No, yeah,
wing dinner.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he did it to Kobe with the 2-piece. It was like, dang, it's too early for that, bro.
Popeyes had his 2-piece with a biscuit.
Fap.
Right, his throat on the first one, like, yeah. We hit him. Kobe Fish like.
You said what happened to John Simon? John Simon, he we picked him up from the Bulls mid-season, and then we ended up going on a stupid win streak to get in the playoffs, and then after that season, he went somewhere else. We didn't. I think he went to Sacramento. I think after that, but we didn't keep him long though. But he was, when he came to the Bucks though, he helped get us to the playoffs that year.
Goat Weezy said he grazed him.
He grazed him all right. He grazed him. Hey, another thing. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. People talk about that Chris Child situation. Every night in the 80s used to be like that, man. Like, yo, them Celtics games, them 76er games, them Pistons games.
Want to see a real fight? Go look for Charles Oakley versus Xavier McDaniel. Garden. Seattle Supersonics versus New York Knicks.
Oh man.
Them boys was rolling in the stands, brawling.
Yo,
serious fights from the 80s and 90s.
Another one is the Celtics versus the 76ers. Man, people talk about, they talk about, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, like them players, they was old back then and stuff like that or whatever. I ain't never seen nobody whoop Chief ass ever. I've always seen him whoop ass. We talking about Robert Parrish, old Chief Robert Parrish used to be putting 2-3 pieces on folks.
Did you see back in the day when Robert Parrish put the hands on Bill Laimbeer and floored him?
Yeah. Hey, with the first one, he hit him with the 1-2, and then the third one was just like, bruh, I don't even need to give you this third one, but you sometimes you don't know how to sit down. So I'm gonna make sure that you don't get up on this one. I was like, boy.
There were some classic fights, bro. They were funny too. Funny too.
One of the best fights I've ever seen was Mike versus Reggie Miller.
Oh, when he hit
the bear claw on him
with the cat claw, like
boy,
for a reason.
Like that for
it's
a
like
reason.
It's like Mike hesitated. He didn't want to do it. He's like, bump it. He just
Bro, Reggie Miller's face after that game had the scratch marks going down his face, and he got suspended. And then Mike played the next game, and they was like, "How come Mike didn't get suspended?" We gotta give you a game, Mike. People talking.
Man. Hey, the way Mike mushed him, like that's just like, cause he didn't want to punch him because he couldn't get to him. But boy, that mush, he was like, yo, if I could just get a mush in, I was like.
But it was crazy because it was like Reggie ran into him the first time, and then Reggie came in there. It was like after the layup, and Reggie bumped into Mike, and Mike was like, "Oh no, hold on, player."
Man, I was gonna tell you,
Reggie's face looked like no means no.
Yeah. It used to look like a bad episode of A Different World. Like, oh, don't do it like that. It was horrible.
And then you talk about others, and then we talking all superstars too. We're not even talking squares. We're not even talking role players.
We talking all squares? You want to talk squares? Greg Anthony.
Oh,
Phoenix Suns. Phoenix Suns, New York Knicks. Greg Anthony punched that man Kevin Johnson with a cast on his head.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Bro, go look at Kevin Johnson's head
Dang.
after that game, and my man is sitting there with the.
Mm-hmm. Yo, y'all remember another one, man. We talking all superstars. I ain't never seen Larry Bird get his ass beat. Larry Bird used to throw them hands, dog.
Hey, and he was quick to throw them blows too.
Quick to throw them hands, dog.
I think Doc got him one time.
For real?
I think Dr. J got him in.
Is that the one where Doc was like,
Yeah.
I remember that one.
He in Chicago, nigga. I believe it. He in Chicago.
Doc got him one time. Who, Doc?
Dr. J. Yeah, Dr. J did get him though. Dr. J did get him though. Dr. J got that reach though, nigga. Dr. J.
Hey, Dr. J wasn't scared to throw them blows either, man.
Dr. J was, yeah. Yeah.
Dr. J caught Larry. He was like, ooh.
Yeah, I remember that Dr. J did get it. Hey, but Larry a different type of white boy though. Like you can put 4-5 lumps on Larry and he's still coming at you like, bruh, you ain't doing nothing with these lumps. It ain't nothing. I'm finna go drink a whole case of Budweiser when it's over with. This is nothing.
Bro, you know who used to get in the fights like crazy? It was on the low though? Hakeem.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. Yo, but see, the difference is with Hakeem though, Hakeem will smack the shit out you. And it normally would be all white boys. He would smack the shit out you, and the white boys would be like, they be so dazed, they'd be like, man, where'd that come from? They be acting like, they be trying to act like they don't even know who just smacked them. Like Hakeem would be like, whap, and they'd be like, man, where did that come from? I don't, did you see where that came from? Okay, all right. I just smacked the shit out of you.
Q was right. NBA didn't know what to do back then. It's very true. The NBA didn't really start doing stuff about fights until there was a big playoff fight between the Miami Heat and the Atlanta Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's when Grant Long got his eye messed up in the fight.
Yeah.
That's when they was like, okay, now we got to start like fights like that. The Knicks Miami fights.
I was gonna say, was that before or after the Malice in the Palace? That's the last big fight that I remember.
That was way
before. Yeah, way before that. Yeah.
Yeah. The only fight that can compare to, well, it can't even compare to Malice in the Palace was when PJ Brown threw Charlie Ward's ass like a rag doll. And I'm mad Charlie Ward got flung like that. He literally got picked up over his head upside down. You know how disrespectful that is?
Hey, you know Charlie Ward coached our high school football team down here.
Charlie Ward was the best quarterback in New York at one time.
even when he got drafted and he didn't go play football and he did basketball, I feel like I was like, well, I wasn't, but I was like, I don't see why he didn't do football, because he was a way better football player to me than he was basketball. And maybe he just had more passion with the basketball, but he was a way better football player.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of crazy. He went and played NBA basketball and he played in the league. Now he came back here coaching high school football. Came here coaching high school football.
That's kind of crazy.
That's crazy.
Yep. I think he was here for like 1 year, 1 or 2 years.
French Lick, Larry from the country. Yeah, most definitely Larry from the country. Another thing is like people don't know, like Larry from the country, but he used to play with nothing but the Negras. Living in French Lick. That's what he used to play with, nothing but the Negras.
That is very true. That is
so. I mean but getting back to it though, like the era is just different eras, man. And I truly believe you can never pinpoint things because of the rule changing. Yeah. Because if players played in this era with these rules, it would be different. And if players in this era played before the rule change, it would be a lot of them that you just wouldn't even know about, or they would just be ordinary role players. They wouldn't be the players that they are.
Yeah. If you take the rules of the 80s and apply them to the 90s, well, apply them to now, or apply them to, let's say you take the rules of the 80s and they just never advance the rules.
Mm-hmm.
Think about how great defensively Ron Artest would have been, even more, to be allowed to hand check,
Mm-hmm.
be allowed to throw bows, all that.
Nobody can be skinny. Nobody can be skinny like they are now. All these skinny players, all these young players coming fresh out of high school or one and doneers, it ain't happening.
Have hybrid players. You wouldn't have.
Everybody got to be Zion if
Yeah.
you're gonna be in the.
It's either you Zion or you Paul George.
Yep.
If you think Steph Curry stayed hurt for the time that he did and not even getting touched,
one shimmy after three, and I guarantee you, the next time that boy get that ball, he's sitting in the fifth row eating popcorn with Aisha.
Mm-hmm. Trae Young throwing through the legs.
You see what Ariza did to him?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'd be worse than that though. It would be worse.
Chicken wing. But can you imagine he would have tried that to Oakley?
No. It's clothesline. It's WWF, not WWE. WWF.
Bruh.
But that's what they said about Jordan. They was like, if he gets in the air, that's when Lambeer and what's his name is when they knock him down.
Yeah, put him on his ass.
Yeah.
Look at Scotty in Game 7. Scotty went to the basket, and Rodman was like, "Make sure you don't even finish this game, player."
Sweep the leg. That's what that is.
Telling you. That's what I'm telling you. So it's a lot of players. I mean, can you even imagine KD playing in the 80s?
Ugh.
Can you imagine KD playing in the 80s? You can?
Ugh.
No, I'm saying KD would have been. He wouldn't have been shooting all them threes.
No.
They have KD on that block doing little hooks.
But how would? But
hook.
But that's what I'm saying.
Put on 50 pounds.
Yes, and he can't.
Like he would have had to put on. KD would have been another version of Rick Smits.
And Rick Smith was way. He got way more weight. Way more weight.
Mm-hmm.
Rick Smith was like, I think he was like 7. He was 7'2",
7'4".
7'4". He was 7'4",
Dang.
and he looked skinny because of playing against Shaq, but that man had some weight on him.
Yeah.
That man had some weight on him. He wasn't Manu Bol.
Nah, Manu.
No.
Like 7'7", 185.
Yeah.
Him and Sean Bradley.
Sean Bradley, yeah. Sean Bradley made way more than him, but yeah, Sean Bradley was 7'6", and he was like 110 on a good day.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, and you see what used to happen to both of them. Well, Manu Bol had a better game because he started implementing a 3-point shot, but he didn't last long. He lasts longer than Sean Bradley. Sean Bradley just used to be a human highlight poster.
Exactly. I was about to say Sean Bradley was just like the number one person you saw in other people's posters.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
Other than
Patrick Ewing. Other than him and Patrick Ewing.
Eric Dampier.
I was just messing with Caddy.
Ewan ended up in mad posters.
Yeah.
He did.
Great Chicago Bulls posters that you was smiling in like.
It's a major difference between him and Alonzo Mourning. Alonzo Mourning used to be in posters, but Alonzo Mourning used to be sending people stuff home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alonzo would block you. Pat was just like, say cheese.
Mm-hmm.
They used to catch Patrick on the back door slipping though.
Yeah,
but he would always jump for some reason.
Pat would be late.
Yeah,
it's like Pat got into the league and like all his legs was gone. But when he was in Georgetown, come on, bro, nobody would even think about going to the hole.
Yeah, but then when you get in the NBA and you start eating that good food, that was a wrap. Pat started putting on that weight. It was like, step slower.
Yeah, Danny up in New York, eating good.
Then you think about it too. In college, ain't nobody getting their ass beat. You come to the league once again. Yo, he was getting his ass beat
Your
in the
ass
post.
beat.
In the post too, in the low post. Come on, man.
Because in college you didn't see nobody like Pat.
Nope.
See nobody like Pat. You get in the league, you like, oh, hey Hakeem, hey Ralph Sampson.
And that's what I'm talking about. You think about the eras too, like for every one dominant big man, once that big man went to the league, another one came in.
Yeah.
It was very rare, like you saw like Ralph Sampson and Akeem together, let alone you know what I'm saying, they was on the same team together, but just playing college ball at the same time. Like when Pat was playing, Ralph was out. You know what I'm saying? We talking
Ralph was in the league.
yeah, Ralph was in the league. So it's like for every big man, it wasn't that many big men playing in college at the same time.
Other than Sam Bus Bowie.
Yeah. And he was hurt the majority of the time. If you think about a big man era, he was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. People always forget about Akeem going one. Which if it was me too, and if I'm an organization, I'm an owner or a GM, you got Akeem and Jordan, in the same draft together, I'm picking Akeem too. I'm sorry.
Well, that's what the GM said for the Bulls. He was like, if I had the number one pick, I would have picked Akeem too.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Because you didn't know what MJ was going to give you.
Nah.
You knew.
And there was no. And once again, we talking about eras. Like, is dominant, is big man inside out first era. Like nobody thought Jordan, like, yo, being a guard back then, you wasn't a moneymaker at playing guard. The moneymakers was your center, your power forward. If you was a guard, you was just a specialist.
Yeah.
That's what you were.
That's very true. Hey, yo, fellas, I got to shut it down. I got work in the morning.
Yeah, I'm the same way, brother. I'm the same way.
We didn't hit that 2-hour mark anyway. I ain't planning on going this long anyway, man. So go ahead and shut it down, man. Oh, hold on. I almost forgot. Let me go ahead and hit this wheel.
You got one more to give away, huh?
Yeah, let me go and hit this wheel. Ain't nobody probably still left on here. Let me hit it anyway.
I think we got 9 in the chat.
But I was gonna say, if E-Money win again, dog, you ain't getting no shirt, bro. All right, we got Ari.
Ari Lay.
Yeah, shout out to Ari, man. Most definitely, I'll get with her in the morning. All right, y'all, go ahead and hit them outros, man. Get up out of here. Ooh, that T-Mac one. Ooh, yeah, when he did Sean Bradley bad. I remember that one.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Cadillac Jackson, 1/3 of Talking Kicks. You can find us Wednesdays, 8:30 on the Talking Kicks channel. You can find me on IG at Cadillac_Jackson. Yeah, appreciate y'all having me on here to talk some ball. And I'm going to bed.
All right, fellas, it's Hot Dog 18, one half of Retro Talk. We'll be back on the 10th. Come check us out, man. If you hadn't checked out the last episode, we had a road from ABC. You remember ABC Rep?
Yeah.
Another bad creation. Yeah.
He was looking kind of old. I saw that. I was like, whoa.
He was looking old. That joker still wears size 6, bro. What he said? He said he wears size 6.
He wearing Aisha. He wearing Aisha shoes, man.
I know. That's what I was thinking. I was like, man, he was one of the biggest ones back in the group. Now he about the same size as he was back then. Yeah, but appreciate you having me on, Rep Caddy, man. Always a pleasure hopping on with y'all, man. Enjoying the conversation and stuff, man. And I know Splash, he's a diehard Lakers fan, man, but
he's 12.
Splash some water on your face, brother.
He's 12. He's 12. That Korean Corona's getting to him. And y'all know what it is, man. Appreciate everybody coming through tonight, man. Didn't expect to go this late. Once again, I apologize for earlier. You know, family comes first, man. I had to take my wife to the hospital or take her to the emergency real quick. But I still wanted to come on here and do the giveaway. So once again, shout out to Ari, which just won the last giveaway. Ari, get with me in the DM so I can hook you up. And then we got who else won? Jamie won, and then E Money won.
E-Money.
Yeah, so shout out to all three of them. Shout out to the panel as usual, man. The homie Caddy. Shout out to Q the Queen. Shout out to IBA. Appreciate Hop coming through tonight, man.
Appreciate you,
Um,
bro.
nah, man, you know it's all good. Saturday night, we had Caddy. We had Rain on earlier. Rain Man GQU. We had him on earlier with us for a minute, and he'd be going against Cove Master on Saturday. So I think that's gonna be interesting, man. I think that's gonna be real interesting. I don't know who's gonna win, but we'll see what happens. Or whatever. Make sure y'all come through for the recap right after the battle. We will all be ready for that.
That's the
And
last first round battle, right?
yeah, that's the last first round battle. Yeah. The face off will be going on 7:30 p.m. Central on 313 Retro Queens channel. Technically tonight. Yeah, later on today. So make sure y'all check that out. 7:30 Central p.m. On 313 Retro Queens channel, and then the battle will be going down Saturday at 7:30 Central on her channel also as well on Saturday. So make sure y'all pull up for that. And yeah, man, I'm gonna holler at y'all later.
All right, bro. Y'all be safe.